welcome to my latest live. Hello. My name is Anita Wong, and in today's video, we are going to be looking at the new Instagram Stories layout since they released their new feature, Reels, this morning into the UK. I am live currently on my Facebook business page, my YouTube channel, and inside my private group on Facebook. So if you're joining me, do let me know where you're joining me from. I can see all of the chat and learn exactly where you're all coming from, and I'll be able to answer all of your questions as we go along. So this morning, let me take my shades off. I just got in from a drive in the car and I had my shades on, and I thought I'll come up before I do anything else and get this live on and going. So this morning, I woke up to my Instagram account being updated, and when I went into my stories, the whole layout was completely different. I know that for some of you, this is probably a mind blower, because even if you're not going to be using the new Reels feature, which is a new feature inside of Instagram, which is the same or very similar to TikTok. Hi, everyone. So the new Reels feature inside of Instagram allows you to upload video between 3 and 15 seconds, but you can create that video inside the Reels options. Now, I'm not going to go into Reels too much today because it's new to me. I'm not a TikToker and I haven't been inside of Reels very much. But what I want to do today is show you what's changed about your Instagram stories. As you know, I'm very passionate about bringing Instagram stories to you and using them as part of your business strategy, especially if you are an entrepreneur in this digital world. And what I have noticed is that not only do people not know what to post to their stories, but actually the how-to and the actual working of the mechanism is something that really throws them. And obviously, this new update has changed the whole layout of stories inside your Instagram app. So the best thing for me to do is actually to share my phone with you. So I'm going to put my phone on the screen with me. And here we are inside my Instagram account. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, you can get me on @_Anita_Wong. I'm just going to have a quick break to say hi to everybody. So hi everyone, hi Ria, hi Michelle. And we're just going to see if we got any comments. Really interesting. Let's have a look. Really interested to see Reels launching in response to TikTok. Yes, Michelle, it's going to be amazing to see what the difference is with Reels inside of Instagram and how it has an effect on TikTok. I don't personally use TikTok as a business option, but because Reels is going to be inside Instagram, I will be looking at using Reels as a business option as well as and to run alongside my stories. Apparently you can actually share your Reels to your stories as well, which actually saves you a lot of time. So I want to just go through briefly, and if anyone has any questions, please don't hesitate to pop them in the comments below. Replay, hi. I had to have a go at Reels. Yeah, we all do. We all have to have a go at these things, and they are awesome to bring in, but it does throw people off of how they are using their stuff. So let's get back to what we're going on about. So as you can see my phone just over there. And to normally what we do is we access our stories, which is go to the home page and then swipe it to the right, which is what we're doing now. Now, this is where the difference occurs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of a I'm going to do a black background. And that's not going to help, actually. Let me just discard. Okay, I'm going to just put this. Let me just get something black that I can put it onto so you guys can actually see. Okay, I'm going to put it onto something blue. So now you can see that the layout inside of the actual, I'm going to turn my, oh no, it's okay, you can still see it. At the very bottom, normally when you swipe right going into stories, you already have all of the features like hyperlapse, boomerang, create and all those things, but they've actually disappeared from the bottom at the moment. And what's happened is that, I'm just going to turn it off so you can see the bottom of my phone. What's happened is that they've moved everything to the side. Okay, so here, basically what they've done is they've compressed the menus together so that everything is like, okay, so if you want to go live on your Instagram stories, you hit the live button. On the top left-hand side, you can still write your title and you can still hit the fundraiser button if you want to. If you want to write your story like you would normally do, you go ahead and do your story, but instead of swiping underneath to go to your create, your hyperlapse and your boomerang, you come up here on the left and you click that drop down and you can see all of the options there. So you've got your create options where you can do your static picture, you've got your boomerang, you've got your layout, you've got your super zoom, and you've got your hands free. If, however, you wanted to take a quick snap, you could just do this and it would work exactly the same as it would normally. Oh, it didn't work. Let me just do it again. So now it's taken a picture of me, and at the top, all of the normal stories features are there. So once you're inside of stories, then you don't have a problem. It's just getting in there. Can't see your mobile, Anita. Oh, really? Let me have a little look. Hang on a sec. Let me just check if you can see it or not. Okay, can you see it now, Michelle? Can you just let me know if you can see my mobile now? Because I've actually got it's up on mine. So if you can just let me know in the comments if you can see my mobile, that'd be really good. I'm just going to come out of my thing and go back. Let me just see. No, it's okay. It's up there now. Okay, phew, I thought I'd lost it then, because sometimes I do have a problem keeping my mobile on the screen. So let's just wait for that to catch up. And I might just come out. Okay. No, it's okay. Woohoo! Well done. It's really hot in here, actually. I tried to move my light back a little bit, but that's actually just made me a little bit shaded. So I might have to just move around a bit so I've got a bit of an even flow of light. Okay. So what's happened is that I had to take a normal picture and then my picture was up. If, however, I go back into my actual stories, I can choose any of the menu bar along the side by just going to, so say like if I wanted to do hands-free, then it actually opens up hands-free for you and you can just do what you normally do without a problem. Okay, so now at the bottom you have this new Reels feature. So the Reels feature is the new TikTok equivalent of the mobile, basically TikTok have been really monopolizing video creation for since they've been launched. So Instagram wanted to bring out something that would be the equivalent of it in their own app. And that's what Instagram did this morning in the UK. I know it's been tested out in different countries for a while elsewhere, but here in the UK, it only launched this morning. And I know probably some other places it only just launched as well. So what Reels does is it allows you to create a video from lots of different videos, and you have to have a minimum of 3 seconds and a maximum of 15 seconds. So I'm not really going to do a lot with it because I've only had a little bit of a play. But for instance, if you wanted to do the music up here, you can decide what the speed is. This one here puts the effects, so you can have like different effects and features. So for instance, I could make myself look like there's lots and lots of me. Then what it does is it allows you to set how long you want that particular part of the video to last. So for instance, that says 5 seconds. Now the minimum is 3 seconds. So I could go down to 3 seconds, and then you start the timer and it will automatically set that 3 seconds. And I press go and it will give me a 3-second countdown, and then I'll go, Reels are here! Woo! And then it's done that for me. So then what I do is I can play that. And as you can see, I'm going to keep that. And then I can add another section onto my 15-second reel. So then I can do another one with a different feature. So say like if I wanted to do a different one, I could change this to a different me. Maybe I wanted to do this one. I could set the timer again so that this one is 3 seconds. So then I could set the timer and I could press go. And then we have a 3-second countdown. I'm going to put my shades back on for this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Reels on Instagram. Whoop. Okay, so then what happens is that it's actually got that there. And at the very top, can you see where there is like a red line and then a dot and then another red line? So I'm going to keep those two. And then I'm going to do something without anything. Just tidying my hair up. I might put my shades back on because I look quite cool in my shades while I'm live. And then I'm going to set this one for the next 3 seconds. And I'm going to say, watch. Just doing an introduction to Reels to my Instagram Stories group. So then what happens is it's got this 1, 2, 3 sections at the top, and I'm going to keep those. And then I'm going to do the final section, and I'm going to look for a different filter. And you can look for more filters. You see how I'm swiping along at the bottom? Oh, it did something. Hang on. It looks like it's ready to roll. Okay, so I've created this actual Reels for using 3 sections. It caught me like that. So now what happens is that you can actually share Reels to your actual audience the same way as you would share your story. So you go ahead and click the side button. And this is where it gets really, really exciting. You see at the top, Reels allows you to write captions. So I'm presuming that if you've got the ability to write captions in your Reels, then you'll be able to do your hashtags and your mentions, and you'll be able to really raise the visibility of your Reels. Now, also, it says share to your feed, which means that even though this is a 15-second video, it's allowing you to share it to your feed. Now at the bottom, do you see at the very bottom of my phone, it says save as draft. Now that means that you could actually save this Reels and put a few of them together to create up to a minute of your stories. But Reels are only allowing you to upload 15 seconds at a time. So you've got to think about how you're going to use Reels inside your business strategy. We did start off this as a stories tutorial, and it is a stories tutorial because you can use Reels in your stories as well, which is a really good way of activating what you're doing. So let's have a little look. You can add a cover from the selection. That's a really good funny. I'm going to keep that one like that. Okay, I'm going to keep that cover because it's like we're all just emerging out of this sea of despair that they've added another feature to stories and that we can't keep up with everything that's changing. Do let me know if you're following me, because I know I am live on several platforms and I want to make sure that you're all following me. Let me know if you think this is something that you might use. Use the hashtag Reels in the comments and see if you let me know if you're going to have a go at using Reels today or tomorrow, and then share it into my group. If you're not in my Facebook and Instagram Stories training group, you can find it over on Instagram. Over on Facebook, just search Instagram and Facebook Stories Training and it'll be there. Aviva said just about, yes. Michelle said, let's just see if we can go. Okay, so we've done the picture. So then I'm going to click done, and I'm going to write on here my first, and I'm going to put the hashtag Reels video and also training live on, and I'm going to put Facebook, YouTube, YouTube, and my private group. I'll go back in here and hopefully edit it later. Now, at the top, you see where it says stories. I'm going to see what happens if we do this. So if I click stories, it's going to let me share it to my stories without sharing it to Reels. So this is where we, as business owners and entrepreneurs, let me take my glass off because they're slipping off because I'm so sweaty. This is where we could take our video marketing up to the next level. Imagine if you create all your videos for your stories in Reels, but you post them into your story strategy. There's an ability to actually really create client attracting video for your digital visibility inside of Instagram, because not only do we have Instagram with the feed where you can have up to a minute of video, we also have stories where you can have up to a minute in 4 15-second sections, and we also have Reels, which we can have up to 3 to 15-second videos, and we have Instagram TV. 4 different ways of you reaching an audience from one platform. How awesome is that? Let me know if it's awesome in the comments below. And if you are if you are watching the replay of this video and there's anything I've missed, because I am a newbie to Reels, so I know I'm quite good at tech. I know I pick things up quite quickly, but I am a newbie to Reels. I don't use TikTok. So this just shows you you've got some real advantages of playing around with it. So I'm going to post this to Reels, my first Reels video, and also training live on Facebook, YouTube, and my private group. I'm going to put, if you want to join my group or learn more about stories, hit my bio or try the link. So I'm going to say try the link because on Instagram TV, if you put a link into your description, it's clickable. However, in stories, it's not. And in your feed, it's not. But let's just see if Reels have given us that opportunity. So I'm going to put my Facebook group link in there, groups /stories training. Okay, and then normally I'd put a few more hashtags in there so that I come up a little bit more in the search, but I'm just going to chill it for now. I'm going to put Reels Instagram. I'm just going to grab some of the hashtags associated with Reels, maybe Reels video. Yeah, okay, cool. So now that I've done all of that, I'm going to click the share button. Share. Let's see what happens because this is so cool. So I've got somebody saying, will Reels take over Boomerang? No, it won't, because Boomerang is different to Reels. Reels is where you can add more than one video into a 15-second segment. So basically, Boomerang allows you to do a quick video of, say, like you tipping out something and pouring it back up or whatever. So, okay, so this is what's happened. On my actual feed, I have my, I didn't put any music on. Oh no, I didn't put any music. Okay, well, I'll have to have another play later. But anyway, just for now. So let's look. So this is what's happened. If I go back to my home page, at the bottom there, at the very top, my first square on the left, I have my Reels preview. And as you can see, if you can see very closely, there is a Reels logo, the new Reels logo, the new Instagram logo. Then what happens is, you see along here, I now have a tab for my grid, a tab for my Reels, exciting, a tab for my Instagram TV. I also have shopping on my Instagram activated, and I also have my tag area where people tag me in their feed. So what's happened is that as soon as you activate Reels, you are going to get Reels on your inside your home page. So this is really, really good for video creators. So let's have a look here. Michelle just said, replying to Michelle, so Reels versus Stories versus IGTV. Oh, here, let's have a look. Anita, which format would you recommend for different parts of your marketing strategy? Okay, so I'm all excited about this, but what I'm just going to say to you all is that I would certainly have a little go at trying out Reels. And if you don't feel confident enough to have it as a standalone Reels, use it in your stories. When you've created your video, it gives you the option to post it to your stories. So you can actually do that. If I go up to my story up the top there, it doesn't show up in there, okay, because I've done it as a reel. But if I go into the search at the bottom and I click Reels, this is where all the Reels they have their own home tab completely, where you can catch everybody's Reels. And a lot of people will be jumping over from TikTok over to stories and Instagram to start using Reels on Instagram. So just a reminder, I just want to remind everybody, because we started this off and it's all part of Instagram stories strategy. Go to your stories and swipe to the right. As you can see at the bottom, we have 3 tabs now: live, stories, and Reels. If you want to access your stories like you normally do, you do exactly what I've just done, except you use the, at the top left, there's a menu now, which gives you all of the normal stories menus, and you can carry on using your stories without any problem whatsoever. Just do everything that I've taught you to do like we've been normally doing, except you access your stories this way. If you want to have a go at doing Reels, then you can have a video between 3 seconds and 15 seconds. And you can also add music to it as well. Okay, so you can add lots of different things to your video. I'm going to stop my share there, and I'm going to come back and answer some of the questions, if that's okay. So let me just scroll through. So first of all, thank you all for joining me. It's been fantastic that you're here and that I'm actually able to bring this information to you live from my little home studio. Okay, so let me have a little look. So okay, so hi Abby. Right, okay, so this is a really interesting question from Michelle Reeves. Hi Michelle. Which format would you recommend for different parts of your marketing strategy? And replying to the rest, you said Reels versus Stories versus Instagram TV. Okay, so this is where it probably gets a little bit complicated, because there are a lot of different places that you have this information on. You know, we are already spread quite thinly with our own marketing. You know, some of us are on Facebook, some of us are on Instagram, some of us concentrate on LinkedIn, some of us are on Twitter. What I would suggest is that you master what where your audience is growing at the moment. With regards to the introduction of Reels and Michelle's question, what do I suggest? Reels versus Stories versus Instagram TV. I think if you're serious about growing an audience on Instagram, then I think that you probably need to have some presence on every one of those platforms. So what I mean by that is that if you are used to using your Instagram feed and you're used to going on to stories quite a lot, then that's really good, because you've only got to learn one new thing or one new aspect of Instagram. If, however, you aren't that sure on how to use stories, then I would suggest that you go to, that you learn stories first, because I think Reels, because of its very video orientated creation, in TikTok, I wasn't really going there for the business side of things, because it's been taken over by quite a young demographic. However, I believe on Instagram, there is quite a different and a broader age range on Instagram, and there are a lot more businesses using Instagram as a business tool to get more visibility. So I do believe that if you are serious about growing your Instagram following, then I think that you should possibly have a go at incorporating Reels into your marketing strategy. Now, you can do this in various ways. You can use Reels to create video for your stories. You could create Reels and maybe do one a week where you've sort of captured all the best bits of your stories throughout the whole week, and then bring them into a couple of Reels. You can't link your Reels together, so one 15-second Reel is all you get. You don't have like you can't swipe to the next 15 seconds and the next 15 seconds. As you can see, there's no home for Reels on your home page, other than the ones that I showed you when I shared it into my feed post. So that's something that could be you know, something that you need to consider. I would definitely start playing around with it. I think it is something that will be quite useful. And I think that as it grows and its take-up is taken up on Instagram, it may start to be a dominant feature within Instagram. But don't forget that there are quite a lot of features in Instagram already. So Reels versus Stories versus Instagram TV. If I were to talk to you about strategy on Instagram, I would be saying that if you are an active video creator over on, say, if you're doing lots of Facebook Lives, I would repurpose those into my Instagram TV. If you are really quite keen on doing stories, which I think you should be, because I think as a business tool, stories is a really good way of you attracting a newer market to your services and products, then I definitely think that you should incorporate that. Reels is a video creation app, so it doesn't really like very many pictures, although if you do use a still picture, apparently you can do something with your fingers on the screen to give the still picture animation. So like I said, I'm still learning about Reels. I wanted to come in and show you the new interface in Instagram with regards to accessing your stories, so that everything that we've been doing over the last couple of months to do with building up your story strategy and using stories as a business tool isn't suddenly too much for you all. Because I know going into a social media platform and then the changes happen, it can throw you off. So, wow, I definitely need to get stories down packed before diving into reels. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, definitely get stories, definitely get comfortable using one or the other. Okay, so we're all posting to our Instagram feed. We should be doing that at least once a day. If you want to grow an audience on Instagram, you should be posting probably twice a day on Instagram, if not 3 times a day. You can mix that up with a presence on stories as well. So one post to your feed, 4 uploads to your stories, and then perhaps 1 to your reel. But that's a lot of content creation for you to do. And obviously we all have time consuming businesses to run. So I would suggest that you repurpose some content into reels. So don't create the content fresh for reels at the moment. Use the content that you've already got in your stories and download it to your phone and upload it to reels using their time section, so that how you can splice them together to create one whole reel. Okay, so thank you all for joining me today. Don't forget that if you're watching the replay of this video and you have a question about the new stories interface in Instagram, how to use reels, then please pop it in the comments below this video, and I will come back to you with some more in-depth answers about what we are all doing. Okay, so let me just get back onto my screen. So any questions whatsoever, don't forget to drop them in the comments. If you're watching me live on on YouTube or on Facebook, and you're not in my Instagram and Facebook stories training group, I will put the link to the group underneath the video where you are watching it. Any questions whatsoever, if you're on my YouTube channel or if you're on my Facebook business page, pop them underneath the video that you are watching and I will answer them as soon as possible. Thank you all for joining me. Have a great afternoon. It is boiling in London. I'm going to go and get the fan out and go and have a can of Coke. Okay, bye for now. See you all soon. Bye. Let me put my shades on. Bye.